Hey, buddy. So I am at the first of two showings that I'm going to do for you today. This is the one on Red Fox. First, I want to give you a good view of what's around here. So King Carroll Valley, especially King Carroll Valley North, the North Ranch is absolutely stunning. Like I said, so right back here behind me, I'll try to point it out. There, you see a little bit of that mountain right there? That is the Hogback. That's what we call the first row of mountains here in Colorado. You're set behind that, and your lots are going to be much bigger. Flip you around. So you have a little bit of lot here to the side. You have a basketball court. Oh, stop focusing on it. Yeah, basketball court, poured concrete back there. You have a little gully here that has a creek running through it that you'll get a lot of deer bedding down in there. You also have lots and lots of mountains here. It's very quintessential Colorado. So you do have this brick paver path that wraps around to your garage. This beautiful front entry with these giant solid wood doors. And I gotta say, if it's between this one and the house that I sent you last week, I think this house wins going away. So you come in, you have these tall ceilings with the tongue and groove wood up there. Right here to the right is your office, glass pane French doors. Again, really tall ceilings with that wood inlay. You do have a wet bar in here, some built-ins, a good sized fireplace, beautiful mantle, and you also get these great views out of your office, which would just be absolutely awesome to work from. It's beautiful up here right now. So let's continue on out of the foyer into the main house. This would be your main living area, obviously. You have the 2-story ceilings. Dining room here, they chose to put a pool table there, built-in cabinets with quartz on top, and a beautiful sitting area, giant wall of glass there. Let's go over and look at that because it is special. So you get this beautiful view out of here up to the mountains in the background. It's money can't buy stuff like that. So you come into the large kitchen, eat-in island here, beautiful quartz throughout, or it might be high polished granite. No, I think that's quartz. Going down here, beautiful white shaker cabinetry. The appliances in this house are definitely a step up from the last one. You have JennAir, high quality appliances, all matching. The giant fridge, 2 wine coolers, lots of built in here, beautiful bar glass there, double oven. It's just, it's beautiful. Here's your little breakfast nook. Again, lots of windows in this property. They definitely wanted to showcase the beauty of the nature here. You go over into the, I'm going to call this more the pantry, even though it is your mudroom, because you do have the 3-car garage directly off of it. You have one more space over here, but it's more, they've converted this to a pantry, and I think they took one of the main floor bedrooms, converted it to your laundry room. So you do have a giant sink here, another fridge, and I do love the fact that they did the 2-tone. You have the white and the chocolate. It's beautiful. I love this open feel. It's just great. This is a full custom home. This isn't like anything else you're gonna find. It's just awesome. I want to look out this window here. You do get some views of Denver from here, not a tremendous amount, but you have Denver straight through here. You get a little bit more of that on the second floor. So these floors are real oak. And oak is one of the best for hardwood floors because it is so hard. Your dog won't scratch it up. Here's what I think was a bedroom, just a small bedroom, and they converted it into your laundry room. Big island with that same granite throughout here, same shaker cabinetry. This was not a cheap remodel whatsoever. Huge wall of cabinet space, another sink. Of course, this is great. The dog washing station. Very awesome. And it is right off the master. So you don't have to take your clothes far to wash them. Really tall ceilings here in the master with a beautiful chandelier in here. And what a great fireplace. I'm going to give you a different shot of that. This is, for being in a master bedroom, it's gorgeous. There's no other way to put it. It's just beautiful. And into here, continued that same white shaker, glass inlay, really beautiful high polished quartz. Here's your European glass shower, standalone tub, and an enormous walk-through closet. And it is cedar lined on both sides. Huge window here. Can't really open it while I'm holding this. And then you have his and her sinks. And 2 skylights above. So you get tons of natural light for that tub in the bathroom. All right. Heading on through. You have this wrought iron stair railing. We're going to go to the main floor powder room here. Same quartz throughout. Loving it. And then your second access to your garage. Now we're going to head down to the basement. You said you wanted an entertaining space. It's not going to get much better than this. It is a full walkout basement. Lots of glass here. Great island. This is a different granite, but I really, really like it. Another beverage fridge, another sink. And back here is a little bit of a wine cabinet, liquor cabinet, closet. So that this is, frankly, I've just started the tour, but I do think that this property beats the other hand over fist. Another fireplace down here. 1 bedroom here. Its own bath. Wonderful, wonderful basement. And one of the best things about this house is the abundance of storage space. So you have 1 storage space here. It does go back around and opens up. Can't really film that because it's dark back there. I'm doing this one-handed. I'm also trying to rush through this because I don't have a lot of battery left on my phone. You do have more storage back here. You also do have a crawl space. 2 accesses to that for more storage space. So lots and lots and lots of storage. All right, I'm going to hustle back upstairs. Hope my phone doesn't die before I complete this tour because I do have the other one as well. All right, going all the way up. So you do have this loft area, great for homework or anything you need up here. It does extend over here as well. And then first main bedroom on the upstairs, really good size, really high ceilings, exposed beam, spectacular views. Just spectacular. And you do have a lot of your backyard is fenced in with some grass down there. You could extend that if you needed it. This bedroom does have 2 closets. Own private ensuite. European glass shower. Own skylight. They really spared no expense with this house. Really spared no expense. It's stunning. Sorry, I'm out of breath. And the second upstairs bedroom is a little bit larger, shorter ceilings, but I think you actually have a little bit larger footprint. Nice little bench area here. More mountains out of this window. And again, its own private bath. So for mom and your niece, I don't think it could get better than this. Every bedroom has its own private bathroom. And a nice little closet there as well. So like I said, hand over fist. I think this property for the same price point just decimates the other one. I don't really think it's fair. I don't think it's close. I think that this one will fit your needs just in every possible way. Let's go out very quickly to back deck, where I would be spending almost all my time. It's a beautiful back deck. It extends all the way over here, comes all the way across the back of the house. So peaceful, so beautiful. They have beautiful xeriscape rock through here. Does look like you could add more grass up there. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd just add more grass there. Then your dog has plenty of space to run around, be a goofball. And then the deck does include some more covered space here. And last but not least, down to the lower patio where there is a hot tub, which is included. So I love this house. I absolutely love this house. I think it's darn near perfect, and I do think it's actually a little bit underpriced. I would think maybe 150 to 200,000 more, and this property would still sell. So you have no neighbors behind you directly. You do have that beautiful French colonial back there in the distance. Nobody to the side. You do have a road, but it is only this neighborhood, and there's not a lot of houses, so traffic is extremely limited. So up here in North King Carroll Ranch, you get tons of walking trails, lots of red rocks, tons of wildlife. You'll get wild turkeys, occasional moose or elk. It's just quintessential Colorado. So there's that property. I'm gonna head over to the other one. One more final look. All right, buddy, I'm here at house number 2. This is, I believe it's 61 North Ranch Road. Here is the property behind me. Sorry about the sun glare there. Definitely more of a traditional layout and architecture. Something that got here, there was a group of about 6 deer bedded down in that shade right there. So that was really cool, but some guys came to blow out sprinklers, so they left. Beautiful landscaping throughout this neighborhood. Lots of natural growth, beautiful trees turning right now. It's a beautiful time of year here in Colorado. Let's head on inside. So they just had this flat work, this concrete work here, walking up redone. Again, a little bit more of a traditional entryway than the last one. Here to the left when you enter is the living room. Nice big bay window there. Behind that is your dining room. Little bit of a recessed ceiling here. Lots of pot lights, very nice and bright. I love the accent windows there. And behind that is a addition. This originally wasn't finished. They added this nice little sunroom going out to the backyard. We'll head back towards the front. I'll show you your office. Nothing wildly special about this office of the 3 homes that I'm showing you, that I have showed you. Just your traditional office, closet there, nice window, but nothing really to write home about. Just kind of your standard office space. We'll go around here to the right. Have your main floor powder room here. Nice cabinets, nice quartz there. It does have a main floor shower. Some people like having that. For a main floor bathroom, I'm not a huge fan of it if there's no bedroom. Here is your mudroom, which does have your washer dryer. We'll go through here. Access to the 3-car garage. Let's throw on a light so you can see it. I do love that they have epoxied floors. That's a huge plus. Really good space, really good garage. Lots of storage racks and all that sort of stuff. Fully finished, drywalled, painted, all that. Let's go into the highlight of this home, and that would definitely be the kitchen. Beautiful. So this quartz here, it's called laminated quartz. So it is double the thickness of traditional quartz that you get here. Really long and beautiful eat-in island there. Again, white shaker, just like the last one. Here, they actually went a step up in appliances. You have a Viking double oven, Viking cooktop, Sub-Zero fridge, and Viking dishwasher and microwave. Reverse there to the family room. Beautiful tall ceilings. Beautiful brick fireplace. It is a wood burning fireplace, which you can't get anymore, which is nice. And you have some nice windows here to the stunningly beautiful backyard. Now I was going to save this to the end, but since I'm here, I can't really wait. This is easily the best part of the home. Right in your backyard, part of your property, you do have this beautiful red rock outcropping formation here. It's large, it's stunning, it's yours, it's beautiful. And actually, not behind this house, but the next one is the community pool. Lots of red rocks up there as well. Neighbors have red rocks there. Neighbors have red rocks there. It's just very, very beautiful, very uniquely Colorado. And the coolest thing is they turned the Red Rock Formation into a waterfall right down to your built-in gas-fed fire pit. So just there's things in Colorado that you can't get anymore because they've been built on. So that is something extremely special. The wood here is an engineered hardwood as opposed to the red oak hardwood in the last home. Not quite as durable, but I do like the color they picked. Let's go downstairs to the basement. Sorry, I'm trying to rush through this one as well. My phone just indicated I have 5%, so we're gonna move fast. You have a bedroom here with egress size window. Not huge, but it'll get the job done. Here is your main hangout in the basement. You do have a bar here as well. That's pretty common for properties in the 2 million price point. You have quartz counters here, wine fridge underneath, and here's the basement bathroom. Spinning back around to finish out the basement is the larger of the 2 bedrooms. Nice big space. Would work really, really well for your niece. Ceilings are a little bit lower in this basement than the last one. I want to say there's 7-foot ceilings, at least in this bedroom. 8-foot ceilings out in the living space. I don't really love this living space for one specific reason. There are no windows here because you have the back patio stretching across all this. It does feel very cave-esque, if you understand what I mean. Let's go up to the bedrooms. So if you remember, last property did have the wrought iron rails. These are just painted wood spindles. To the right is your master. Nice French doors going into it. Good size master, but nothing spectacular. Views are still nice, but not wow. No fireplace, nothing like that. No washer dryer connected. I do have a really, really good bathroom though. I do really, really like how large it is. Really, really big walk-in closet. Again, you have the standalone tub. And this is part of the addition. They added a second floor sunroom here, lots of windows. Great place to exercise. You could put an office in here for sure. I just don't know about heating and cooling in here. Does not look like there is any. But just a cool additional thing to have. And here is your main shower. Beautiful marble stonework. Just very, very lovely. Does look like the windows in this property are newer than the windows in the previous property. That is definitely an expense you need to think about with a home this large. To replace all the windows is pretty penny. Here's the first secondary bedroom. Pretty small closet. It is a walk-in, but it follows the slant of the roof. So not a huge closet in here, but a good sized room nonetheless. Here is the second upstairs bedroom. Much larger than the first one. And the closet space here. It's a little bit better, but not a tremendous amount. This one is attached to the bathroom though, so that is obviously nice to have. It is not a private bathroom. It is shared with the other bedrooms, but you do have access from this bedroom. Again, beautiful marble work there in the shower. And to finish it out, here is the last bedroom. It would be the smallest of the 3. Traditional sized closet, nothing special, but the special thing about this room easily is that view. It's just gorgeous. I don't need to say anything. The view speaks for itself. Carpet is in great shape. Paint is in wonderful shape. Both of these homes, you wouldn't have to lift a finger to move into to really enjoy them. There's not really a lot to do. Sure, there's a couple of things you could do to make it your own. Changing the railings, adding something to that office, that sort of thing. But by and large, both of these properties are very, very move-in ready for you to come live and enjoy. I want to give you one last look at this backyard because it really is just that amazing. Here's the back deck. There's the neighbor. In the serene, gorgeous, private, 1 in a million backyard. Now, you do not have fencing on either side with this property. You do have fencing along the back there, but you'd want to put up fencing for your pup. So that's all I got. If I were to pick one of the two, I would personally lean to the first one. Just because as beautiful and unique and stunning as that backyard is, you do spend 85 to 90% in the home, and I do think the first home does have the inside track compared to this one, but both of them are spectacular, wonderful options. So we'll talk to you soon.